watch him on video tonight.
Yeah, you can anytime you want. So we'll live stream it at 7:15. So anytime you guys want to do that, that's fine. I think one of these days it's just going to be me talking in a room by myself. That's okay.
Until it warms up again.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think this is a really cool angle to add to your fitness. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like some of you guys are there's a reason you're here. Like, there's a reason you're here. Like, you're different. Not better, not worse, but different. You're into this stuff somehow. Look at that blanket. You're clearly into something.
Yeah,
You know?
into warmth.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
What happened to last week's crowd?
No, maybe it's like, oh, I'll just watch online. So I don't have to go out in the cold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And with the thermometer. And the fire truck going at home.
Yeah, just sitting in front of the fire.
You've been,
So they met, one's closer. That's good.
What? Oh, this right here? Amazon?
I was gonna say, don't say Amazon.
Some local shopping.
Sometimes Ross has really cool meditation pillows. I got a couple from there before, like made in India. They're like not even like $30.
It's for if your hips are really tight, then you can, it helps a little bit. So we'll get started, guys. Hey everybody, and hey everybody online. Okay, so this is the mindfulness class. This is week 2. Okay, we're doing great so far. All right, we made it 2 weeks. Okay, last week we kind of just got quiet. We kind of just did some things, and we just kept it really simple. And that's the thing, I think, with mindfulness is you don't have to search for anything. You don't have to mentally think about something, or you have to just go within. And that's really hard to do. I think it's hard to get quiet and just kind of allow things, because it takes some time. You don't always get like amazing results the first few times you do it. So what I'd like to do is just kind of go around the circle, just kind of check in. How you doing? How you feeling today on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being like the best you've ever felt, and 1 being, you know, the opposite of that. And also what your background is when it comes to this stuff. And this stuff is like inner work, right? It's like you got a garden inside and you're like pulling the weeds out, and you got to take care of the inside. So if this is your first time doing it, great. If this is you've been doing it for years, or maybe you read books on this stuff, or even yoga can kind of be mindfulness, or so just whatever it is for you. So Anna, we'll start with you. First off, check in. How you feeling? What's the
7.
7 out of 10? Cool.
Yeah. I don't take enough time to do this, so I'm trying to take more time.
You're doing it. Is it a New Year's resolution? Was that something you said, or was it
No.
just in general? You just take
No,
it?
I need to.
Great. I'm happy you're here.
Yours? I feel pretty good, so maybe an 8 or a 9, but I don't shut my mind off very much. I'm a multitasker, even when I watch TV, so it's really good for me to chill.
Chill out. Yeah, we're gonna chill tonight for
You
sure.
know, when we do yoga, my mind's going
Yeah.
1,000 places.
Great. Cool.
My name's Angela. I've been doing things with mindfulness for probably a few years now. I'm really into yoga. I actually start yoga instructor classes this Friday. And I guess why I got into mindfulness was actually through my life I've been diagnosed with lots of mental illnesses, from ADHD to bipolar to depression, anxiety, and medications didn't work. The thing that I found that worked most is mindfulness. Like just being aware of those thoughts, because then I can kind of detach from them and just be aware of them and kind of question those automatic conditioned thoughts that my brain would get sometimes. So it's been really awesome for me.
Sweet.
And I want to continue that practice, and that's why I'm getting more into yoga and stuff too.
Right on.
I'm Jennifer, and my background, I've really mindfulness, but yoga, I did it when I was like 15 with my mom, and then just kind of like fell out of it, like in college a little bit, and then now a little. So.
Awesome.
Arden, I don't really have any background. And I think we had a 1 to 10 scale.
Oh yeah, sorry, did we do that? Yeah.
I'm gonna say like a 5. I don't feel like super great.
Cool.
Maybe 7.
Awesome, cool.
I'm Patty. After the workout this morning, I'm probably at 7. I would have said 9 or 10. That was a killer workout. I have, I'd say in the last several months, just started first thing in the morning, just when I get up, I just take some quiet time and do some spiritual readings. And, you know, that helps me get up out of bed and not just lay there until absolutely necessary. And it really gets a good start to my day. So this kind of ties into that. So
Yeah, kind of at night too now, right? You know, kind of
yeah.
extra practice. Awesome, 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 awesome.
I'm Diane. I don't have any real experience with mindfulness. I really enjoy yoga. I think I need to kind of de-stress a little bit more overall, and so just trying to get more in tune and learn to relax and appreciate the world around me. So I'm probably had a stressful few days, so probably about a 6 maybe.
I'm Mark. To be honest, I came because she took me to do it. I try it
good on
before
you.
we came, so I did that. But I'm about at 8 maybe.
8?
And I don't relax very often, so I'm trying to find ways because I really don't relax even at night. So
Awesome, great advice. I'm Tim. I'm a 8.5 out of 10 right now, and I started doing this when I was 21. My mom gave me a book, and it was that book that led to everything. You know, I was kind of looking what to do after college, and you know, it was like awesome inspiration, whatever you like to do, right? And it kind of led one thing to the next. And a couple years ago, my brother passed away, and it opened a whole new door for me. It was unbelievable what happened, and I won't go into it, but you know, if you guys want to know that, you can ask me on the side sometime. But that really changed it, brought it to a whole new level, and I got certified in life coaching maybe a year ago, and I do what Patty does, kind of in the morning, read something, enjoy it, start my day off that way. So that's a great way, like a morning ritual if you don't have one yet, or an evening ritual. But it's just like exercise where you just kind of slowly build it in, and then you can't go without it. If you do, you're like, the whole day is like, you know, so. But hopefully what we do here is teach how you can tap into that anytime you want. You can tap into that inner anytime. You can, we talked about it last week, like sometimes I'll go to the bathroom and just look in the mirror and take a few breaths, or when you're driving, you shut the music off, and that's nice. But you know, I think the sweet spot, in my opinion, is like 3 to 5 minutes where you sit quietly, and it could be less, it could be more. How long? Do you have a certain, Angela?
Just kind of depends.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's like you know, and constantly varied.
The situation and just what's going on that day.
Yeah. Patty, do you have like a time domain, or is it like a?
It just varies. I have a few books that I read, like daily readings, and however long they take, probably 10, 15 minutes at the most.
Yep, great. So I mean, again, meditation is just, it's you kind of have to lose the preconceived notions about what it is. You have to, like, because you're not going to be open to it if you already have an idea of what it already is. It's like CrossFit. It's like, well, that's bad for you, right? And then you start doing it, and you're like, oh, this is actually the best thing ever. So, but you do have to do it. You do have to do it.
This is only for CrossFit people.
No, this could be anybody. I think anybody that's
You can
open to it.
bring somebody along.
Yeah. If you want to bring anybody, or
Somebody going through anxiety and stuff who could really benefit maybe, so.
yeah.
But you won't be here next week.
Yeah, next week we won't be here, but you know, we're going to try to do it. We're going to be in Mexico, so we're trying to do it on the beach, and we'll just do Facebook Live.
And they watch your
Nice.
videos?
Yeah, yeah.
Just subscribe to YouTube.
Subscribe to the YouTube, yeah, CrossFit Instinct. So we got 6 people online watching. I think one of them's Molly. So. Hi, Molly.
Hi,
Molly.
Lori, hey Lori. Anybody else make a comment?
I think
Wendy. Thanks guys for watching. So meditation builds humility. It builds humility. And what I mean by that is there's something beyond you. You realize that when you meditate. It's not just you anymore. And whatever that name is, whether it's, you throw out that word God or whatever that word is for you, I love the different words because, I was talking to a lady and she used the word universe as her word.
I was gonna say universal energy.
Universal, yeah. Think about that word, universe. One uni, right? One verse, one. So oneness. And so it builds humility, and it kind of takes your ego and your intellect out for a second, okay? And because the ego and the intellect try to possess all the wisdom. It tries to have all the answers. It tries to, those. We're those people, but those people too that are they just won't shut up, or they won't, whatever it is. And we are those people, and that's why we notice it too. So, but what we're trying to do is just for a couple minutes, we're going to shut up. We're going to try to shut up that mind. But true wisdom is found inside your consciousness. All the answers are already there. Everything you need, you've already got. Okay? So oneness is kind of the word today. I like the word great mystery or infinite intelligence. It's maybe better to use a word that you can't even comprehend or understand, because then you can't have preconceived notions about it. So whatever that word is for you, I like the word God, but God's not a guy. God's not a girl. It's not a human. It's an energy. It's whatever it is. Okay? So meditation taps us into that great mystery. Okay, and we just need to sit quiet. And with meditation, I think we'll do this first practice. You guys at home will do this with us. We're just going to sit upright, or as upright as you can. You're going to put your hands just kind of comfortably in your lap. Okay, and you don't have to be like, it doesn't have to be like this, right? Unless you want to do that. You can just be comfortable and you're relaxed, but at the same time kind of attentive. So there's some type of attention. And we're going to go 3 minutes. And really what I want you to do is I want you to put the word oneness and hold it out in front of you for that 3 minutes. Okay, so keep coming back to the word oneness and just let whatever comes through come through. Okay, so 3 minutes on the clock. Go ahead. Take just a couple more breaths, just kind of in and out, really relax the body. Okay, good. And nothing profound, right? There's no visions. And maybe you did have visions. Maybe you saw something. I don't know. But it doesn't, it's again, we're not reaching for anything. We're going inside. And I think when you first do it, you may be disappointed. You may be like, oh man, where's the magic? In the magic, it's like the exercises. It happens the more you do it. Like, I think most people hate CrossFit when they first start. You know, we're like, there's no way I'm doing that, man. And then the more you do it, you start to see why, and you start to feel some fun behind it. You start to see some results. And so just like me personally, results-wise, when I meditate or start my day off the way that we kind of talk about, it just puts the whole day in a better light. I feel like I treat people better, and, you know, kind of just get your day started. And so, but again, you can do it anytime you need to. And I think that's important. If you have a stressful job, or you have family issues going on, or you're making big decisions and you're not sure what to do, maybe go inside. Maybe go to that place and start feeling what feels right. Does it feel right to leave? Does it feel right to make that big move? Is it just your ego telling you not to do something, and that's why you're resisting it? Would it make you happier, you know, to go do what it is you do? I know you're doing the yoga thing now, and like...
Yeah, it makes me excited. It makes me feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. Did it take a while to pull that trigger, or did it like to feel like you were ready for it? Or
I think it took a while, and a lot of it was self-doubt. Like, I noticed through mindfulness, I have a lot of feelings of unworthiness and things like that. And like, as soon as somebody gave me a compliment, I noticed I would like discredit that compliment. Well,
Yeah.
they're just saying that because it was like automatic.
Yeah.
And so through mindfulness, I kind of realized that, and then, you know, learn to challenge that. Well, you know, that's probably not true. I need to, so.
Right on.
But yeah.
It's like, I feel like I heard this really good description of like, it's like an onion, and you've got all these peels to the onion, and right now you're like on one level, and you have to go through that level until you finally like ditch it, and you peel it, and there's another level, and you peel it, and there's another level. And every time you get another level, you get closer and closer and closer to what it is that you really want to be doing. Like, I would never thought a couple of years ago I'd be here, but I think I peeled a layer off, and you know, maybe it's our self-doubt or caring what people think, or I don't know, whatever it is for you. So let's just kind of go to our journal, or just, you can even do this in your head, but what holds you back? What is your bullshit? That needs 60 seconds, and be the What's that?
The type of one into God.
Oh.
I had nothing even close to that.
There's layers to your bullshit, so maybe it's one thing, but maybe it gets a little deeper, a little deeper, a little deeper. And it's like we're like pulling the weeds out of the garden. Like, what are the things that kind of kill your crop? Sometimes for me, it's like laziness. I'm just like, don't always have that discipline. Or somebody made fun of me in high school, or we live in the past sometimes, and we bring that with us. Cool, guys. Go ahead and just like finish up. It's good that you got a lot of BS. Something to do, something to work with. I want to read you this really quick story by Wayne Dyer. If you know who Wayne Dyer is, I got a book from Wayne. This is the book I got when I was 21. It was called Inspiration, Your Ultimate Calling. And I was trying to decide what to do, and I realized I wanted to be a personal trainer. That's where my inspiration went. And then it led me to an opportunity like this, and I met Molly. We opened a gym. You can just see how by just following your inspiration, everything else kind of will follow you. Okay, so and this story is kind of like that. So this is Wayne Dyer, and it's about two cats, okay? Two cats. One day, an old alley cat is out for a walk when he notices a kitten chasing its tail around in circles. Slightly amused, the old alley cat watches this go on for quite some time. Finally, he walks up to the kitten and said, "Excuse me, little kitten, I've been watching you for quite some time, chasing your tail in circles. What exactly are you doing?" And without stopping, the kitten replies, "I just got out of cat philosophy school." And today we learned two really important things. And the first thing is that one of the most important thing to a cat is happiness. And there was this awkward silence as the kitten was clearly out of breath. And the second thing, asked the alley cat. The kitten took a deep breath and said, "I learned that happiness is at the end of my tail. So I'm out here chasing my happiness." And the old alley cat said, "That's funny. I've been on the streets for 13 years now, living in this alley, and I learned the same thing, that happiness is the most important thing to a cat. And happiness is at the end of our tails." Okay? But I learned one interesting thing, and that wherever I go, my tail follows me, and happiness follows me, and I don't have to chase after it. So I think as we talked about kind of that oneness and that meditation and what it is all about, it's no longer necessarily trying to seek out outside yourself your happiness. But when you're finally tired of the BS, when you're finally sick of the state that you're in and you're willing to make a change, that's when you'll make the change. There's no right or wrong time. There's just when the student is ready, the teacher appears, always. Whether that's in a actual person, whether that's in like with my brother, what happened to him, or whether there's something going on in your family or your business, you get fired, or just something, it finally is like you have no other choice. And then you learn. And it's always been there, but it just took so long to like realize that it was there. So by meditating, by being more mindful, you start tuning in. I think Diane, you used that word, getting in tune with the thing, the tail, the happiness that's already there. So let's do another, just a couple minutes, okay? And we'll kind of finish this up, okay? But let's just do another couple minutes. And I just want you to smile as you're doing this. It may seem kind of cheesy, but you got to kind of fake it till you make it sometimes. And I want you to create the happiest feeling you can inside yourself, okay? And if you notice a negative thought, that's fine. Use your breath and get back to something that makes you happy. Maybe it's thinking of the two cats in the alley. I love animals, so maybe you just think about animals all the time, okay? But let's make this shorter, okay? We'll go 2 minutes, and we're being mindful of what makes us happy. Go ahead. Or just even holding the feeling of happiness, just feeling it in your heart. Don't be so serious. One more minute. Big smiles. Finish it up. One nice big breath in. And just kind of blow it out. That does something to you. You know, it does something. It warms your body up. Some people would say that's stupid. That's so, why would you do that? Don't take, you know, life's hard. You shouldn't be. I remember one of my buddies told me that. He's like, why are you always so happy? He's like, life's hard, life sucks, you know, and I believed it. I was a sophomore, and I believed it. And I stopped being so happy. And then you come out of that shell eventually, you know. And what were you like as a little kid? You had no worries at all, you know. You were really gullible, and you didn't have a lot of wisdom or knowledge, but you were like so happy. And now we have all this knowledge and wisdom, and we're so unhappy, you know. And you just gotta lose what the world tells you sometimes. You gotta let it go, and you gotta make room for other things. The kids make room for everything. They're playing, they love burpees. We hate them because we know, like, these are hard. I know about last week and this week, and the kids are like so present. So use the breath, use the meditation, even if it's for 30 seconds, that breath, man, there's so much power within that. Okay, the last thing here now. So if you made your notes, whatever your BS was, okay, I am small. Okay, whatever it is. You have these statements, these thoughts, okay? You now need to change the thought, okay? These automatic negative thoughts, these ants in our pants, okay? You need to change these automatic negative thoughts into a positive mantra for yourself. Okay, so go through your list. Was there one or two or three or four ones, or in your head, okay, that you're gonna flip now? So for example, one that I've always thought of myself is, I am small. I'm from a small town. I'm 5'10". I'm not that big of a deal. And I had to change it to, I am extra large. I am extra large, but it's got to be believable. It's got to be authentic. It's got to make you feel good. You have to stop the momentum of the negative thoughts. You have to stop the momentum. And then you start moving it in a different direction. You can never reach happiness when you're constantly looking outside. So we go inside and we call it meditation. Funny how it's one letter in difference to medication. Meditation, medication. One letter different. You can do that mantra anytime you want. Reverse your thoughts. Reverse your thoughts. It's like better technique on your snatch. Learning how to do it the right way. And the whole time, we're probably really good in shape physically, but really out of shape mentally. Nobody taught us in school how to do inner work. No, nobody talks about how you think about yourself at all. And that's the most important thing, is how you view yourself. Because you project that. If you don't love yourself, guarantee it's really hard to love other people. So in closing today, okay, well, just think about what we talked about a little bit with the oneness, and just how you can always go back into that smile, that connection. Although you may feel separate from everybody, deep down, everybody feels the same way, but they may be on a different onion layer, you know, and they just haven't peeled it away yet. And it's okay. Their time will come. But deep down, we all have the same thing, the same inner feeling. We want to be loved. We want love. We want peace. And you deserve it. So any of you ever told you that you don't deserve it? It's because they didn't feel it. You can't give something you don't have. And you can't have something you don't give. It's kind of a give and take there. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope something, came out of it for you. I hope that you can at least now start doing this a little bit on your own, to where, see how it's not very hard. It's a few minutes, and maybe that you were that 5 out of 10. Maybe it's like a 6 or 5.5. Like you could always do that. You can always tune in. You can always take that breath, and there's no right or wrong way. There's no right or wrong way to do any of this stuff anytime. You don't need to read books. You don't need a guru. You just need to go inside a little bit, okay? 3 to 4 minutes, okay? So thank you very much for coming, guys. Perfect. I hope you can get some of that mantra work. Maybe put that on your mirror at home, and namaste. Namaste. Nice work. Beautiful work. So next week we'll be back on the beach. I hope you can tune in there. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. See you next week from Cozumel, Mexico. Thank you, Dee.